So recording will start. Yeah, we are recording right now. Okay. So hi everyone. This is me Manna Yadav, Secretary of Sundarbans House. Okay. And as you all know, we are starting something. We are initiating something, right? And it's a series of sessions on our courses, right? And it will be from students for students, right? And we really hope that these sessions go well and they help you in some way. Okay, so all these sessions are taken by our best students who have scored really well, exceptionally well in their courses when they had these courses. Okay, and let's see how it goes. And again, we really hope that you take notes out of it and you have some idea about all these, like if we are going to start Python today. Okay, so we expect you know some basic concepts, although we'll try to cover all of them, but again, the concepts are weekly concepts. Okay, so week 1 and week 2, these are weekly concepts again, right? And we are going to cover them in one session. Okay, so we'll try our best for sure, but things might not go well in your context as per your POV. But trust me, Isha as instructor, she'll try her best and to to let you understand all the things. And okay, so this is the poster of the series or session, right? Where you will get all these sessions or the recordings. Okay, so here's our YT channel. All you need to do is just to search Sundarbans IITM, okay, and you will get all these videos, right? And we have also covered a lot of things previously. For example, course guidance session, okay, and from idea to impact navigation, navigating the hackathon process related to Python, related to TDS ROI. Yes, how? Okay. So related to Python OPP as well. Okay, related to stats 2 as well, right? Python again. This we have covered a lot of things. Okay, related to Ramayana, related to like law and stuff, right? Mat 2 project. This is something which you will get in your diploma level. Okay, Mahabharat. Again, these are well-known people. Okay, you must have seen her in some videos, some podcast. Okay, even he is a well-known person. Right. She's a very own senior, right? And she has passed with a very nice CGPA. We'll ask her to come in our session as well on someday. We have covered, if your aim is to go into CATE, okay, so we have covered uh, videos on sessions on CATE series as well, okay. And again, all of them are co-founders or founders or really big people, person or educator, okay, in their field. And most of them are like covered by me only, not as a host, I mean speaker of the session, but as a moderator. Okay, I reach out to them, and then they are like, he's co-founder of Go Classes. You must have seen his if in case you are into gate preparation, so you may see the pirated courses of this institute, Go Classes, right? We had this Anna's Reddy sir. Okay, we had I guess ProPrep, somewhat his institute name is, right. We took a session on ISRO as well, how you can go into ISRO and all. Okay, again, these all session again. If you are in, if you want to prepare, if you want to build a resume. Okay, so this session is really helpful for you. Uh, a lot of sessions. Okay, a lot of sessions are already taken. Still, I will take a lot of sessions more in future. In near future, a lot of people will come to take sessions. Okay, we as seniors will take sessions on GitHub, LinkedIn, resume, and again a lot of things. Okay, so stay tuned, right? And with this, I'll uh, like give the mic to our instructor of the session, Isha. So hi Isha, welcome to the session,
Hello.
and thanks
Yeah,
for
good
accepting our
evening.
invitation, right?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, I'll like to introduce myself. I am Isha. I am a diploma student at IIT Madras, PS degree. So I'll be taking Python, and today we're going to cover week one and week two. Uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off from the notes that are available on the ACE grade website. I'm going to read through them. I'm going to explain those notes. Those are not my notes, so credits to whoever has sent them, whoever has uploaded them. Uh, if there is any doubt from your side, I expect you all to not interrupt me because I lose the link, but just raise your hand or put the doubt up in the chat box. I will keep checking the chat box every 10-15 minutes, so all of your doubts will be cleared. Please don't shy away from asking doubts. Everyone has doubts, no matter how silly they are. It's like it is important that you all get them cleared. That's what I am mostly here for. Also, I'm not a very advanced level person at Python. I am decent at it. So I there would be some questions that I might not be able to answer. In such cases, I'll just write them down and maybe tell them to you in the next session. If there is anything which I get wrong, any concept, you are free to tell me that I am wrong. I will always accept constructive criticism. So, with that, I guess we should start the session. Great. I'll just share my screen. Uh, can everyone see the screen? Okay, I hope everyone can. So, this is week one of Python. What is Python? So, let's keep it a bit interactive. If you guys want to answer, you guys can always unmute and answer or just put it up in the chat box. So, what do you guys think what Python is? I know that it's written that Python is a programming language. Do you guys have anything more to share? Okay, so I guess everyone is pretty shy. Python is a programming language. Uh, Programming languages are basically languages where you can write a lot of codes in. Your PCs, your laptops, they run on all of this stuff. They form an integral part of your entire computer journey. For making computers, you require programs, and programming languages provide a kind of a platform to write all of these programs. So there are various programming languages like C++, C, Python. There's there's a lot of programs for web development, front end, back end. So for machine learning, for data science, we usually tend to use Python. Python is a it's a very easy to understand language. It is like we it's as good as a human, as good as how you like people speak. So it's easy to understand how Python functions work. One drawback about Python, which I have heard from a lot of people, is that Python is a slow language, which is true in a lot of cases, but it is also pretty useful. So I feel like with the right logic, we can also make Python a pretty good tool. Who created Python? Python was first created by this guy, Guido van Rossum, and it was first implemented in 1989, which is like a lot of years ago. What is Python used for? Python is used for a lot of things: web development, machine learning, data science, scripting, a lot of that stuff. You can even you can code just for fun in Python. You can code serious stuff in Python. You can make libraries, and you can do a lot of stuff in Python. Uh, I'll just skip all of this latest version and everything because you need to keep up to date with all of that stuff. Python interpreter is a compiler. So a Python interpreter is a program that directly executes the entire program code. Uh, the Python interpreter, what it does not go like line by line. It directly executes the entire Python code. Python console, that is the shell. The Python console, also known as shell, allows you to execute the Python codes line by line. So the Python console lets you, it's basically your output screen where you see the entire output of whatever your program is supposed to do. Syntax, Python syntax, also called syntax, which is common to all programming languages. Syntax is basically a set of rules followed while writing Python programs. Every language has particular rules that have to be followed to write a program that is error free. So there are a set of rules that are uh, like uh, Python specific. So that is your Python syntax. Python indentation. So this is where the important part starts from. Indentation is a very important thing in Python. Indentation is basically how you write particular things. Like you can start a sentence from the start of the line, then you can go to the next line, you can give a space and then start the sentence. Normally in languages like C and C++, this won't make a difference. But in Python, we tend to not use like a lot of curly brackets and stuff. But what we do use in Python is indentation. So if I write a for loop, what I have to do is that everything that is inside the for loop has to have a unique indentation. So for example, I'll start a loop from the start of the line. Example, like for I in range 5. Then I'll put a semicolon. I'll go to the next line. The next line, it won't start from the very start of the line. I will have to give a space and start the line, which will which will tell Python that this is supposed to be inside the for loop. Indentation indicates a block or a group of statements. Tabs or leading white spaces are used to compute indentation levels of a line. It depends upon you whether you want to use tabs or white spaces. So you can either use tabs or white spaces to indicate this indentation. For example, so you see this example, you might feel like, oh, this person has written this print statement on a different level as compared to the if statement just because they wanted to. Actually, no, this is not the reason. The reason is that indentation is important in Python. So they started the if statement from the start of the line, and the sprint statement is started after giving some spaces. This is to indicate that this print hello is inside this if statement. Uh, I hope everyone is following me. Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, great. The number of white spaces also depends upon you, but it has to be at least one. So the number of white spaces in Python, in you given your program, it depends upon like whatever the user is willing to give, but it has to be at least one to indicate that this is an indented block. uh, Indentation error. In Python, a block of statements needs to have the same indentation level. This example will produce an error because the third line does not have the same indentation as the second line. So, this example, which you can see right now, if 5 is greater than 4, you have to give the x variable, put the value of hello world in x variable, and you have to print x on the next line. However, this x variable, this is not inside the if, and this print is again on a different line, like with a different indentation. So what will happen is that this will give you an indentation error, because there is no reason for the user to put print x in onto a different indentation. It should either be on the same level or just not be there at all. This x hello world, uh, this is expected to be inside the if statement, but this x is on the same indentation as the if. So the program thinks that, oh, the user wants me to execute it on the same level as if. So what your program will think is that this x is equal to hello world is not inside if at all. It is just a part of the program. But since your if loop, since your if condition over here is incomplete, it will throw an error. And it will throw an error that there is nothing inside the if. And over here, for the print x, it will throw an indentation error. Ending a block of statements. A block of statements ends with the next unindented line. So with the a line that has the same indentation as the line before you started the block of statements, over there the block of statement ends here. So I hope you guys can read this example and understand what I'm trying to say. Where you say print, the block of statement ends here. That is where your a block. That is where your indentation ends. Python comments. Comments in Python are commonly used to clarify or explain codes. Comments are not interpreted by Python, meaning the comments will not be executed. So, uh, see, I'll give you an analogy. Now, if you are given like two fruits, you know that you have, and you're very hungry, you know that you have to eat the two fruits, but I just give you two fruits and you don't know the name of those fruits, so of course you're going to be curious, right? That is this an apple, is this a mango? But it doesn't really matter if it is an apple or mango. When you're very hungry, you just want to eat them. That is but me telling you that this is apple or this is mango will just help you understand what the fruit is. That is exactly what Python comments do. See, Python commands are not necessary for the Python program to understand what is happening, because the program understands itself. But if I were to write a program and give it to someone else, the other person will not understand what the program is for, right? For this same purpose, for to satisfy that person's curiosity, I write comments. So this code, if I give it to a person, the person will get the motive, like उन्हें पता चल जाएगा, उन्हें प्रिंट मिल जाएगा उनका कि 3+4 का एडिशन उन्हें चाहिए था. They will get the 7, but they will not understand what is happening in the program. That is why you are putting up comments. This is a comment, so every comment starts with a hash, and this comment hashtag add x plus x and y. This lets the other person understand कि कि this is for printing the addition of two variables, that is x and y. Single line comments start with the hash character. This is a single line comment. So when you put hash, this is a single line comment, that will not affect your program. You can write anything in the comment, even keywords. It will not matter to the program that, oh, this is inside the comment. The program will not read it. What it will read is only print hello. Multiple line comments, just use multiple single line comments. So for, if you want to put multiple line comments, you just have to use single line comments after, like, one after the other. What happens with single line comments is that if I try to continue this comment on the next line without a hash, it will give me an error, because in that case it becomes a part of the program. So for every single line in Python, you will have to put up a hash. So, any doubts? Uh, yes, you can please unmute and ask it out.
Ma'am, what is the syntax of if?
Please don't call me ma'am. You can call me Isha. Syntax of if we are going to cover in the week two revision.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, Isha.
Yeah. Any other doubts? Okay. I think I'll proceed. Displaying the output in Python, print. To display an output in Python, you need to use a special keyword called print. So this is highlighted because use print function to display output. Print is used to every single this programming language has some kind of print. In Java, it is system.out.println. In C++, it's cout. Like that, in Python, it is print. Print is basically to show the output. You can print a string, number, or character using this function. Uh, so the code is just print, and you have to put a bracket, and then you can just type out whatever you wanna print. In this case, you want to print "I am a girl." So when it is a string, you must enclose it with double or single quotes. So here we are enclosing it with those quotes. But if you want to print a variable, you can just say print in bracket x. It will print the value of the variable x. The print function can also be used to print two objects using a comma. uh, so in the second example, we see that the sum is, that is our string, it is enclosed in a single quotes, and there's a comma, and after that it is 3 plus 1. So you can, Python provides this really cool facility where you can also do arithmetic calculations inside the print bracket. So you can just do 3 plus 1 and it will print out 4. So one might ask, why is it not printing the sum is 3 plus 1? That is because we have not inserted 3 plus 1 inside the single quotes. We are just putting it as 3 plus 1. So Python is thinking that, oh, this is an arithmetic calculation that I have to do, and then I have to print. So that's why it will print the sum is 4. Note: for string data types, we need to use quotes around the text and print function. So this is the same thing. Uh, in the first two print statements over here, you can use single or double quotes, but you cannot use a combination of single and double quotes. The third statement here is wrong. If you do that, you will get an error. So any doubts over here? Print statement. Great. Variables. So, what are variables? Does anyone wanna like share anything about what they know about variables? You
They are
guys
like
can speak. Okay,
they are
great. Thank
like
you so much for speaking.
containers in which we can store numbers and strings also.
Okay, great. That is a good response. Uh, so variables are anything in maths. We have been taught variables like x, y, z. Variable is anything that can vary. Variable. It has the ability to vary. That's why it's a variable. We use a variable to write something that could change. It not necessarily कि वो change ही होगा. It can change. It cannot change. As a programmer, you will write variables every day, and it is very simple to write a variable. You just need three things: a name, an equal sign, a value. So values are known as literals, and the name is the name of the variable. So in this syntax, you can see that age is equal to 20. So age is the name, equal to sign is the assignment operator used to assign the value to a variable, and the value is 20 here. You can set different values multiple times to a variable. Only the last value will stay. So you might ask, ki, what if I put up, like, what if I want to have some fun in Python? So what I do is, I'll take the value of a variable a is equal to 3 first, and then on the next line I'll do a is equal to 5, and on the next line a is equal to 10, and then I will print a. What will the compiler do? Will it print all the values, or will it print only one value? And if it prints only one value, which one will it print? So you have to know that Python is smart, and it will only print the last value that you are putting in the code. So for me, my last value was a is equal to 10. So it will only print 10 in it. It will not print your past values. A variable is like a bucket where every bucket has a name or a label and a value inside it. Like I think Palak said, it is like a bucket, like a container, where every container has a name or a label. That is, over here, the name is age, and there is a value inside it. That is, over here, that there are different values, but only one value is stored. That is 23. So, I'll send a short question to you in the chat box. Try to answer it, okay? So, what do you guys think will be the output of this? Okay, we have some answers. Does anyone want to speak up and explain why? Or even if you want to put it in the chat box, it's fine. Yes, but that is Python is smart. But yeah, it takes the latest value. You cannot say that Python is smart in your exams. Okay, I think then everyone has this concept clear that Python takes the latest value of a variable. So you might think that this is not a very useful concept, but later on, as you do loops and everything, it really helps a lot in all of that stuff, where you keep updating the value. So sometimes you might get confused which value is Python really saving. So it saves the latest value. Now variables, there are rules for naming variables. A variable should start with a letter or underscore. Letter is your like ABCD. You can keep them capital or small, but you have to start with a letter or an underscore. A variable name cannot start with a number. You cannot use a number to start a variable. A variable name is case sensitive. So if I do small a is equal to 5 and then I do capital A is equal to 10, then this small a and capital A will be two different variables. They will not be the same variables because Python is a case sensitive language. A variable name should only contain underscores and alphanumeric characters. So alphanumeric is the are your letters and numeric are your numbers and underscores. A variable name can only consist of all of these. It cannot have special characters in them other than underscore. When naming a variable with a long name, we use underscores to separate words. Example, my underscore favorite underscore fruit is equal to mango. Now, it's not necessary to separate them, but it's easy to read in that way. You can use underscores, you cannot use underscores, Python will still understand it. You can also use the camel case format where first letter of a words are capitalized. So in this format, you can use like the first letter of every word in your variable is capitalized. You can use that also. Uh, Now, important part, user input. So almost every program needs an input. You cannot put values yourself. आप ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते कि मैं खुद के values दूंगी और मेरा कोड हो जाएगा. That's not how most of the software works. Softwares are made for users, and there has to be a user input in it. In Python, to take inputs, we use the input function, which is basically input with two brackets. While asking for user input, you can add extra info to tell the user what information they should provide. So you can either use only input to input the variable, or you can also put input and in the bracket you can put anything. What is your name, what is your age, what is your qualification? If you put input what is your name, the program will first print what is your name and then it will accept your input. Input in a variable, you can also store user input in a variable and then use that variable. Name is equal to input what is your name. uh, Print name, and then you just use this plus symbol and then print your variable name. So what will happen in the output screen is that first you will get what is your name, and then this second line, Gagneet Kaur, this is the input given by the user. This is not our output. This the first output will be what is your name, and then the user types their name, and then the Python program will print name is whatever the name you have input. In this case is Gagneet Kaur. Data type of input. By default, user input is taken as a string. When the user in when the user inputs string or number, both are taken as a string. We can convert into a number by using special keywords like int or float. So मैंने एक input दे दिया, मैंने मेरा age for example input कर दिया उसमें, तो whatever my age is, it will be shown as a string. It will not be a number. मैंने अगर मैंने अगर मेरा आई हैव इनपुट पाई का वैल्यू 3.14 डाल दिया तो वो फ्लोट में नहीं आएगा. It will be a string unless and until I change the data type myself manually. It will stay as a string. So in these examples, what we have done is x is equal to int और उसके अंदर हमने इनपुट लिया है. So what happens is इनपुट मिलता है और वो int में कन्वर्ट होता है in case of age, or in second float input what is the value of pi. So agar pehle what happens is this input comes as a string and then it changes its data type into float. So can anyone tell me g variable ka data type kya hoga in this example? You guys can answer, it's fine. It's fine if you guys mess up. Correct. Float hoga because we are changing the type of the operator here. Any doubts up until here? No doubts, we can proceed. Okay, great. Data types. There are a lot of data types in a lot of programming languages. Some languages say that we don't want string. So some languages don't have a string data type. You have to allocate string as a array of characters. Thankfully, in Python, we have pretty good data types, and string is also one of them. Very useful. String, when the value of a variable contains a text, it is called a string. While writing a string variable, the value of the variable has to be inside double quotes or single quotes. As usual, you have to put it in double quotes or single quotes. Strings are basically anything that is like anything. My name is Isha. I play basketball. I go to college. I am in BS degree. All of this is string. Even if it's a single name, like sports or basketball, all of that is strings. To combine strings, we use plus sign. So, like if you want to combine two strings, like in this case we are combining hello and world, so you want to combine them to print hello world, so you can just say a plus b and you will get an output hello world. So can you guys tell me what the output of this statement will be? I'm just typing it out on in the chat box. Okay, close enough. Two people have given the right answer. The answer will be yes. Hello, everyone, with no space in between. Because as you guys can see, my string, that A and B, it does not have any space. So in the output as well, Python will not give the space unless you tell Python manually by putting something like print A plus I've put it up in the chat box. This will give you an output that is hello everyone. Unless and until you specify it in your string, Python will not give you that output. So remember that. Going ahead, numbers in Python, there are two basic types of numbers and they are called integer and floating point numbers. Integer is basically your int. It does not have any kind of decimals. Floating point number has decimals. So can you guys tell me if I have a variable x is equal to 21, which is a float value, and I have to print x. So what will I like? What will uh, if I, for example, if I change the value of x from, I'll just type it out in a chat box. So this is my x. And what if I print x, what will Python give? Yeah, great. 21.0, because it's a, what do you call it? It's a float type of variable. So a float must have a decimal, something after the decimal point. In this case, we don't have anything after decimal point, so it will print 21.0. I mean, people are pretty smart here. What? Why are you guys scared of getting a low grade? This is basic, and a lot of you know basics. That's pretty good. Int versus float. Uh, so leaving all of this aside, float is more powerful because float can handle both integers and this and decimal points, not point numbers. But integers, if you put like 21.333 in an integer and you print it, it will give you only 21. It will not put 21.333. So you're losing that 0.333 values, which will make you like, which will like, maybe they will mess up your calculations ahead. For a lot of things like scientific computations and everything, you need the small values, and so you use float and not int. So in float is usually more powerful, but if you are sure that you're going to use integers, then you should always use int. Boolean, a variable whose value could be either true or false, is a Boolean variable type. So in Boolean, your value can be uh, either true or false. I think everyone has done logic gates. Everyone does. Anyone, is there anyone who does not know logic gates? Okay, I'm assuming that everyone knows logic gates. So in logic gates, you have uh, outputs like 0 and 1. In the same case, booleans give us a value of true or false. So in this, this is just an example of, if yes or no is equal to true, you have to print yes or no. So if the value of this variable yes or no is true, then then yes or no will be printed. In Boolean types, the true or false, they always start with a capital letter. This, please do not think that this is a string. It is not a string. It is a Boolean data type. Boolean is a very unique data type, which is useful for a lot of purposes. And this is not a string. Keep that in mind. While comparing two values, Python returns a Boolean. If you compare two values, like is A greater than B, then Python will return a Boolean. If A is greater than B, then it will print A, or if it is not, then it will print B. We don't put double quotes while writing Boolean values because they are specially recognized keywords used for Boolean types. So, what while writing booleans, we don't enclose them into double quotes, because can someone tell me, if I enclose a variable a is equal to true, but I write the true in double quotes, what will happen? Will it be a boolean, or will it be any other kind of data type? Yes, that's right. Python will think that it is a string. Python will not think that it is a boolean. So what you have to do is that you don't have to put those double quotes in. Lists. A list is an ordered collection of data. It can contain strings, numbers, etc. Lists are written with square brackets. The values are called elements in a list and are separated by commas. So, a list is just a collection of data. It can contain any kinds of data. It can contain string, float, numbers, whatever. So, there is a list over here right now, which we are seeing. Just a minute. Uh, and this will basically print my list will print all of these elements. Oh yeah, we have a doubt. Please unmute and ask if you can.
Just a query means, could you please tell where can I get this note just for reference?
Uh, the notes.
Yes.
There is this website called Ace Grade. You can find all of them over there.
Means this exact.
Yes, this exact.
And just asking where can I get the recording of this session for revision if I want to see anything again.
I think it's being uploaded on the Sundarbans YouTube channel.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Getting the type of a variable. So sometimes you have to get the what type of variable is stored in a particular variable. So For that, you use the type function. Type function is pretty easy. You just say type, and in bracket you write the name of the variable. So over here, print type A will print your the type of A, which is integer. Print type B will print the type of B, that is string, and so on. So in the output you get it in this format, that is class, and in your colons you get your data type value with those special equal, sorry, greater than, less than signs around it. So this might be asked as a question. I'll put up another question on this, so let me know if you guys can solve it. Yes, great. It's a but what will be the output? I know that it's a list. What will, tell me the output? Anyone? Okay, that's close enough. But the right output will be, yeah. This is what the output will be. I hope everyone can see the chat box. Uh, yes, please go on. Someone raised a hand right now. Okay. That will be the output, because as I said, Python, when you say, when you want to get a type, Python will give you the type in that format. That is the format that Python usually provides, usually gives the output in. There's a reason for that, and it goes into more of like Python theory on how Python interprets a lot of things as objects and classes and all of that. So if you want, I'll study about it a bit, and I'll let you know in the last lecture, in the next lecture, if that is fine by you guys. Okay, then we'll go ahead. Type conversion or typecasting is an important thing. In Python, you need to concatenate or combine a string and a number. You will get an error. So concatenate is basically stick together. So to concatenate a string like we did before, a plus b will give you hello world. We also did an example over here regarding the same. Uh, so if you do the same, if I want to say that hello 9, if I try to do that, Python will put up an error, because you cannot add, technically you cannot add a string and a number and expect it to give you an output. What you will have to do is, you'll have to convert the type of number, the data type of number, from int to string. So I cannot say like a is equal to 9 and b is equal to hello, and I cannot say print a plus b. This will give me an error, because the type of a and b is not the same. So for that, you will have to convert. How do you convert? It's very simple. You just put str, and in bracket, that is your that the name of your data type. So this is for string. String is str. For int, we use int. For float, you use float. Uh, for boolean, you use bool. So can you guys type in the chat box, how can I convert a integer to a float? And like with an example, you guys can tell me, and with the output of it. I sorry, from float to integer. So give me a float, a variable, x is equal to, say, anything, 12.33, and how will you print it as an int? And if you print it as an int, what will the output be? uh, yes. Can you guys write it in a single message, please? Okay. Uh, Teja, you did pretty well, but I think it's you have converted an int to a float. We have to do it the other way. You have to convert a float to an int. But your format is correct and you have understood it, so I'm pretty happy. So I have put up a basic idea of what I was trying to say. Oh, great, awesome. Teja, you're right. I have also put up an example. You guys can also refer to Teja's example. Uh, and I think, I hope you guys have understood it. If not, please let me know. Can I get a thumbs up, please? Okay. Uh, I'll go ahead. Operators. So, what are operators? In Python, operators are basically symbols that perform operations on operands. Pretty a lot of words, right? Can someone give me an example? Examples of operators, whatever it comes to your mind. You guys can unmute. There's no such thing as wrong answers. You are all here to learn. You can even type in the chat box. Yeah, plus minus. Those are operators. Anyone else? Okay, great. We'll go ahead. Operators are symbols that perform operations on operands. So, operators are symbols. Symbols as in plus, minus, star, slash that perform operations. Operations as in addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and operands. So, what are operands? Big words, right? It's really easy to interpret. Operands can be like variables, strings, numbers, booleans. They can be a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10, and then you do a plus b. Those are your operands. A and B are your operands. Plus is your operator, and your operation here is addition. So can someone? Yeah, we got a lot of responses for our operators. Pretty good. Can someone like give me a simple expression? Say x is equal to p plus q, and tell me what the operator, operand, and operation here is. You can use any other kind of operators as well if you want to in the chat box. Operands are P and Q, right? Okay, great, awesome. Addition is the operation that we're doing. I think I'm assuming everyone is understanding what I'm trying to say. Uh, Palak, the operator will be plus and not multiplication. But other than that, you're right. Arithmetic operators are used to perform. So there are various types of operators. Arithmetic operators are the subtype. Is a subtype of this operator. Arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operations on its numerical operands. Let's keep the definition aside. Let's just look at the examples. So there are 7 different types of arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are basically you do mathematical functions on them. Uh, so plus, minus, star, all of these, you just go through them once. Plus is for addition, minus is for subtraction, star is for multiplication. You do not use a cross, you use a star. Uh, forward slash, one forward slash is for division. Star star is for exponentiation, which is basically 2 raised to 2. So if you want to do 2 raised to 2, then instead of that little cap, you will have to use star star. Percentage is for reminder exponent, like sorry, reminder, which is like if I do 5 percentage 2, then I will get 1. That is a reminder of that division. And two forward slashes are basically floor division. So if I do for two forward slashes and 2, can someone tell me what output I will get? Yes, you're going to get the output as 2, because 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. But since you're using two forward slashes, that point 0.5 will get discarded. It will do floor division. Floor is the lowest value which you can get. Addition operator. So this is an overview of all of those operators. I think I can skip through them. People, all of you guys know it, right? If there is a doubt in any operator, so it is basically int x slash y. Yes, yes, you're right. It is basically int. Uh, I kind of need to check this once, because what forward slashes do is they do floor division, and I don't know how the rounding off works with int. I'll check and let you know by the end of this session. Uh, we will skip through this because I'm pretty sure everyone knows about these operators. Uh, Operator sequences. This is an important thing. Please keep this in mind. Yeah, I think that Harsh. I think that is equal to, again, I need to check because I'm forgetting a lot about this. But I most probably, it is an assignment operator. Assignment is basically when you are assigning a value to a variable. uh, but I don't want to give off, I have a bit of doubt, I don't want to give off wrong information, so I'll check and let you know. Operator sequence describes the order of performed operations and arithmetic expression. So we have board mass in maths. Depending upon this board mass, we solve a lot of questions, or else we would not understand कि पहले क्या solve करना है. In the same way, we have an operator sequence in Python 2. So Python follows a DMAS pattern: division, multiply, add, subtract. First you do division, then you multiply, then you add, and then you subtract. But what if we need to perform a certain operation first? तो what if I say कि मुझे पहले addition करना है और फिर multiplication करना है? So in those cases, what we do is we use brackets. Whatever is inside the brackets, it happens first, and then the operation outside the bracket happens. So in this example, x is equal to, in bracket, 10 plus 3 star 5. First the code will do 10 plus 3, and then it will do star 5, which is 65. uh, so we go to the second type of operator here, which is comparison operators. Comparison operators compares its operands and returns a Boolean value on whether the comparison is true or false. So comparison operators, they don't give an integer value or a float as an answer. It gives you a Boolean value. So there is you can use that to compare strings, numbers, booleans, or other objects. So if I so this is equal to, which is different from equal to. A single equal to is an assignment operator, and equal to, it is a comparison operator. It is used to check if two strings are equal. So if I say A is equal to 5, B is equal to 5, and then I try to check, is A equal to B? So my answer will be true in this case, because A is equal to B. You are not assigning the value of A to B, you are comparing A and B over here. Then there is exclamation and equal to, which is an inequality operator. It does the opposite of this equality operator. What it says is, if I do inequality operator B, then it will give me false. What I am basically asking is that, is A not equal to B? And my A and B both have the value of 5. So my answer would be false in this case. So I'll put up another example over here. Let me know if you guys can answer it. Okay, yes. The answer will be four, but Harsh, it will not be true. I am saying that if A is not equal to C, then I have to print A. So the expression A is not equal to C, that will be true. But I am putting an if over here. I think I'm kind of sorry for taking up an if over here, but it just means that अगर A और C की value equal नहीं होगी तो A print कर दो. That is what it really means. So I think you guys are okay with it now. Okay. Uh, this is less than yeah, greater than operator, less than operator. Everyone knows about these. Greater than equal to matlab a. When I say a is greater than or equal to b, then I am checking if a की value b के equal है या b से ज़्यादा है. Same for less than or equal to, if a variable is uh, equal to or less than another variable, you check that. uh, so I have explained all of these over here. I think you can skip through this too. Does anyone have any kind of doubts over here? If anyone has any doubts, you guys can raise your hand and ask me. Okay, we can go ahead. Logical operators. Logical operators are commonly used with Boolean. In Python, there are three logical operators: and, or, and not. So, if you guys have studied logic gates, this is basically somewhat like logic gates only. What logical and does is, if the value of both the statements that are being compared is true, then it returns the value as true. So if you have to print true and true, then the output will be true. So over here you have to understand that this true is a boolean, it is not a string. Okay, and this and here, it is also not a string, it is an operator that you're using over here. So I am basically saying, is this variable true and true? Both of the variables, do they carry a value of true? Yes, they do, and that is why my output will be true. If I ask true and false, what and does is, and needs both of the statements to be true. So when I ask true and false, then the answer will always be false. And if I ask false and false, then the answer is always going to, of course, going to be false. Uh, I have put up a question in the chat box. Can you guys try to answer it? Also, Harsh will do the if else loop in some time. False, correct. Uh, more answers? Anyone is who is not able to solve it? Okay. Is everyone able to solve that question that I put up in the chat box? Is anyone not able to understand it? Okay. I think I'll go ahead. So you guys have understood logical and, then there is logical or, which is kind of like, if either one of them has to be true. If there is true and true, it's going to give you true. If it is true or false, then it's still going to give you true, no matter, because at least one of them is true. And if there is false and false, however, it is going to give you a false, because because none of them is true. You have to have at least one of them to be true for the logical or's output to be true. Logical not. So logical not is basically, it reverses your operation. So when I say print not and in bracket false, it will give you an answer true. And when I say print not in bracket true, it will give you an answer false. So I'll put up a question in the chat box. Tell me if you can do it. Explanation of the last question. Which one are you talking about? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, so we have mixed answers for this question. I'll explain this one first. So what I am doing is I am taking a as 5. So everyone understands by a value of 5 being assigned to a, it means that in the variable a, I'm keeping that value 5. And now what I'm asking, first what I'm asking is that, is a not equal to 5? So what is the answer of that? Is a not equal to 5? False. Great. The answer is false. But I have put up a not outside of it. That is, what does not do? Can someone tell me what not does?
It will reverse the original output. Like we have got false, so it will reverse, and the final output will be true.
Great. Exactly. She is correct. It will reverse the output and it will give you a true. So so now what will be the output? Can someone tell me? Right. Has everyone understood this question? Okay. So I have a request to like explain the last question once again. I'll just copy paste it in the chat box for everyone to see. In case anyone has not understood it, you guys can also listen. So I have assigned the value of a to 5, b is 10, c is 5, and what I have to print, what is inside the print statement is, there are two statements. So what do those two statements say? A is equal to b. So the uh, what is the answer of this? Is a is equal to b? False, right? Because a is not equal to b, and there is a is equal to c. What is the answer of this? True, correct. Because A and C both have the value of 5. But over here, we have a false and a true statement. And because there is one and in between, you have to understand, what you do is, when you have a one and in between a true and a false statement, your and will always give you the answer as false, because that is the rule of and requires all the statements to be true in order for the entire statement, the outside print statement, to have a value of true. But we have one false statement over here, so what will be the output now? False. That is right. I hope the person who had the doubt has it cleared now. Okay, awesome. uh, String. So strings in Python are sequences of characters or simply text. uh, Now, string is we have covered strings in the variable part, sorry, in the data type part. So we'll just go through it thoda first. Uh, to combine the string, we use the plus sign. We saw that example, hello world. We also did an example on it. I hope you guys remember. Uh, Important part, accessing the part of the string. So indexing is a important aspect of strings. Indexing is basically so if there are 10 people standing in the line, अपन लोग उनको कैसे order करते हैं that you are the first one, you're the second one, you're the third one, ऐसे. But what Python does, or a lot of programming languages do, is that they start ordering it from zero. So if I am Python and if there are 10 people standing in front of me, तो मेरे सामने का पहला जो इंसान होगा उसे मैं 0 नंबर दूंगी, और जो लास्ट इंसान होगा उसे मैं कौन सा नंबर दूंगी? कैन एनीवन टेल मी? देयर आर 10 पीपल विथ मी, आई एम पाइथन, व्हाट नंबर शुड आई असाइन टू द लास्ट पर्सन? Yes, 9. Great. Why 9? Because अगर मेरा first person 0 आ रहा है, तो the second person will be 1, और फिर मैं ऐसे आगे जाके जाके मेरा last person होगा n minus 1, that is 10 minus 1 is 9. Do you guys understand this? Okay, awesome. So keep this in mind. You will read this everywhere. And someone gave our answer -1. So that is also right. When you represent the last character in Python, you can also do it by -1. You can also, the second last character can also be -2. So I'll give you guys a small thing in your chat box. Great. The answer will be small o. Because again, can someone explain this to me, maybe on mic or on chat? Anyone? I need to understand. I need you guys to tell me why it is right. Sab o dal rahe hai, isliye o dalna hai. That is not the way, right? Anyone? Or should I start
Can I?
calling out names? Yeah, go on.
As you have said that we are starting the indexing from zero. So hello, when we count from zero, the O character will get the fourth indexing. So here it will be the here it will print the O only
Correct, correct.
according to
Yeah.
me.
You're right. We have a few right answers in the chat too. Avnish has laid it down for us, so thank you for that too. Yes. Any doubts for in this part? Okay, awesome. Slicing. So I guess I hope you guys also understand how the syntax of this is: print, then the variable name, and then in square brackets you have to put the whatever index number of the string you want to access. Slicing, to access a range of characters, we use slicing. Slicing also uses square brackets. So slicing is basically okay, for example, you guys have a huge cake, but the cake is not in a circle, it is in a part in a rectangle form, and it has a lot of flavors. It has chocolate, it has strawberry, pineapple, and all of that, but you want only the strawberry part. You cannot have chocolate and you cannot have the other things. So what you do is you take a knife and you slice through that chocolate part, you take it out and you have it. In the same way, sometimes in Python, you don't need a lot of the string, you need only some parts of the string. So to get that part, you that procedure is known as slicing. And to do slicing, what do you do is, जो हमें हमारा जो फर्स्ट लेटर है जो हमें चाहिए उसका इंडेक्स नंबर लेते हैं हम, एंड देन द लास्ट लेटर जो चाहिए उसके उसके बाद वाले नंबर का इंडेक्स नंबर लेता है. So let's see in this example, I want this THO of Python. So what I will do is I will take the index number of T and I will take the index number of N. I will not take the index number of O. If I take the index number of O, सिर्फ TH होगा print. It will not print the O. So you will have to remember that while slicing, you have to take up that uh, n+1 वाले का इंडेक्स नंबर डालना है. जब हम 5 बोलते हैं तो बेसिकली मुझे 2 सेमीकोलन 5 जो आता है, तब बेसिकली क्या बताता है मुझे ये कि यू कैन गो फ्रॉम 2 to 4. So 2, 3, 4 ये 3 इंडेक्स मुझे आएंगे in my print. So I'll put up another assignment for you guys in the chat box. Yes, please answer it. Yes, you guys are right. I am glad. So you will get the index number 2, 3, 4, 5. That is IMPS. Correct. To slice from a specific position until the end of the string, don't specify the second integer. So कभी कभार होता है कि we have to take a string, पर कोई तो समझा फोर्थ इंडेक्स नंबर से हमें स्टार्ट करना है और एंड तक करना है, पर एंड होगा nth वाला, और अगर मैंने 2 सेमीकोलन n लिखा तो n वाला तो आएगा ही नहीं इन द स्लाइस टेक्स्ट. सो व्हाट वी डू इन दिस केस इज हम सेमीकोलन के बाद कुछ लिखते ही नहीं है, वी कीप दैट स्पेस एम्प्टी. Like in this example, when I do 2 semicolon and just directly put the bracket over here, I get everything from the second index number to the last index number. Any doubts now? Okay, getting the length of a string. In Python, sometimes you need to get the length of a string. For that, the function is pretty simple. It is len, and in bracket, you have to put whatever string. So you can do len and put the variable name over here. It will give you the length of the string. So in this example, hello, hello has 5 characters in it. So that is why it will give you the output as 5. Replication, it replicates the string. So sometimes you need to print the string a lot of times. So what you can do is just use the variable and use the multiplication operator, that is the star, and multiply it by 4. So that will continue your string ka this, what do you call it, sync up printing. So like in this example, text is equal to Gagan, x is equal to text star 4 and print x. So it will print your text 4 times, like you're seeing in the output. Now if you want to print a specific letter from that string, specific index of that string, you can also do that. Over here, text in bracket 0, second line in this, will give you the character at the 0th index number, which is capital G. So capital G will be printed 4 times over here. I'll put it up, put one more example in the chat box. Try to solve it. Okay, yeah. I think everyone has understood it now. String comparison. So comparison, you do comparison between numbers, you do comparison in a lot of things. Uh, in the same way, there are string comparisons. You can compare strings by just using a is equal to operator, which we used some time ago. Or you can use the greater than or the equal to operator as well. So if you like in this, I just use these examples. X is equal to India. Print X is equal to India with a capital I. So that will give you true, because is equal to इसका output boolean आता है. So हमारा दोनों जो string हमारा string है, that is India with a capital I, and that is equated to the string that we are putting over here, that we are checking. So that output will be 2. But in the second case, our I is small. So that will give you a false, because the string are not same anymore. Both strings are not same anymore. And Python is a very case sensitive language. In the second example, we are printing is apple greater than 1. So in this case, it checks if the first letter of the string is greater than the first letter of the second string. So in this case, it will compare if a is greater than 0, but sorry, a is greater than o. So in this case, a is not greater than o. By greater than I mean बाद में कौन सा आता है, because a पहले आता है अल्फाबेट में और o बाद में आता है, तो o automatically becomes greater than o in Python. O automatically becomes greater than a in Python's terms. So in this case, the output will be false. uh, in the last example over here, we have to print is AB less than AZ. So A तो same है, तो उसका comparison we cannot take into consideration that one. We have B, and तो फिर we'll go to the next character. Then we compare B and Z. Is B less than Z? Can someone tell me, is B less than Z? In the chat box, you guys can answer. Yes, in Python's terms, B is less than Z, so the output will be false. In the same way, we can do this one. In this last example, there is no F at the end of this second string, A, B, C, D, E. So automatically, the second string is smaller than the first string, because starting के सारे same है, but ending में F नहीं है. So that gets us to the end of week 1. This is a summary. You can find it on the on your on this website, Ace Grade. Uh, is there anything that was covered in your week 1 which I have not covered over here? If there is anything, you guys can put it up in the chat box, but I'm assuming that there is nothing. It's 7:30 now. I plan to end the session by 7:45. Are Yes, I think they are, but I don't know how old those notes are. So if the syllabus is by any chance is updated, you will need to cross check once. But these notes are pretty good actually. I'm looking for a doubt actually. Someone, I had told two people to that I will get back to their doubts in some time. Can they put their doubt in the chat box again, please? If else is in the second week, I think. So I will explain that as the second week proceeds. Yeah. So someone had asked if is an operator. If is equal to is an operator, it is an operator. It is an assignment operator. Someone had asked if this a and for 2 forward slash b, is it equal to int a slash b? So no, it is not. In some cases it can be, in some cases it cannot be. Uh, your double is equal to, it will like round off the result to the nearest whole number. And if you sometimes, if you're in case like -7 and double this 3, then your answer will be equal to -3, because it will give you the floor value, the lower value kind of thing. It will not give you the your upper value. Like when you do -7 and double slash 3, your answer will come around 2 2.3 something. So what Python does in these cases is that it will round that off to the floor value, that is the nearest smaller integer, which is -3 in this case. However, if you do int -7 uh, slash 3, a single hash, it will give you -2. So in those, single hash is only for, it only gives you the integer part of it. It does not round or do anything of that sort. In the last topic, what if there is capital alphabet in one word and small alphabet, then also will we get the same output? Uh, I need to check this one. Please give me a minute. But according to me, it should not, because Python is not a case sensitive language. Sorry, Python is a case sensitive language, and the change in cases will like give you a different value in both the case. But I don't know how the greater than equal to dynamic will work. So just I'll just check that and get back to you. Do you guys know about the ASCII values, Unicode? Does anyone know about those? Okay, great. Uh, so what happens during these comparisons, as far as I know, is that uh, okay, ASCII values are basically values given to all of your letters and numbers and everything. Uh, in Java, there are a lot of let's not talk about Java. So basically, in programming languages, your numbers, your letters, they are given particular values like 67, 68, 69 for your 670, like 80, 85. Like those integers are assigned to your numbers and stuff. So what happens is that while when you're comparing two strings, these ASCII values come into play. So if you're comparing two strings which are like a capital A, capital B, capital C, and small a, small b, small c, then basically Python will compare the ASCII values of these characters, and then it will give you the result based on whichever is the higher ASCII value. So if you have a string like ABC with a capital A, and you have a string like ABC with or everything small, then your ASCII value of capital A is smaller than the ASCII value of small a. I don't. I think. I also need to confirm this, but I'm kind of pretty sure that the ASCII value of capital A is more than that of the small a. And since the expression starts with this capital A and small a, and the ASCII value of capital A is smaller than that of the capital A, so if I do this, like if I do a comparison of is ABC greater than ABC, then the answer will be false, because the ASCII value of capital A is smaller than the ASCII value of small a. So it will give you a false answer. uh, I hope that doubt is cleared about the cases. Okay. Any other doubts? No doubts? Okay, then I think we'll proceed to week two, but we won't be able to uh, cover all of week two today. So we'll try to cover 5 slides of it, and then we'll stop today's session because I feel like it will be a bit of overload for everyone. Is that fine by you guys? Okay, great. Week two of Python. Variable name. So variable name, it can be anything. You can write A, B, C, D, name, age, all of that can be variable names. You just have to abide by those variable rules that we studied. Can someone quickly summarize those rules for variable names in the chat box, or even unmuting yourself? Does anyone remember those rules? That a variable name can start with a letter or an underscore. It should not have any special characters. It can have numbers in it too, but it should not start with a number. All those are our rules. So we can really use anything that comes in between these rules, but sometimes what we do is we kind of use a variable name such that it understands what the person is trying to say. Like over here, I could just say A is equal to Gagneet, B is equal to 18. But what is this really implying? To understand that, I can say that name is equal to Gagneet. So I understand that this is a name. Age is equal to 18. So I understand that this is her age. It is not compulsory, but it makes your program more readable and understandable to someone else. Use comments so everyone knows what comments are. We covered that stuff up too. So comments will not be visible on the output screen, and they are used only for your understanding. Uh, Dynamic typing. So Python is a dynamically typed language. Python interpreter does type checking only as the code runs. So what happens is that in Python, just a minute. Yes, sorry. Uh, so dynamic typing. Python is a dynamically typed language. The Python interpreter does type checking only as the code runs. The type of a variable is allowed to change in its lifetime. So what happens in Python is that someone
Isha.
has used, yeah,
So, like, you had something right?
you're not audible actually.
Am I audible now? Hello?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, so I was saying like you had something pre-planned, right? I mean, you were saying that you had to go somewhere,
Yes, actually, I had a
right?
competition at 8.
So yeah, so it was just a reminder. I mean,
Yes,
uh,
yes, thank you so
so
much.
like we can
Yeah.
start from this week two content from in the next session, or
Uh,
like
yes, that works.
whatever suits you, right?
I think I'll just finish this point and then we'll go.
Sure. Like it's up to you.
Okay.
I was just
Yes,
reminding you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so in languages like C and C++, what you or Java, what you have to do is you have to like first while initializing a variable, you have to be like int a is equal to something or int a is int just int a and let it be initialized with a garbage value. But in Python, you don't have to do that. You can always change the type of the variable. You just have to define thing is equal to hello world. The Python understands that this is a string. Thing is equal to 12. Python will understand that it is an int. You can also change the type of thing by doing like thing is equal to str thing. So you are changing the type of thing from an int to a string. So you can do that within the program too. You don't need to specify another variable for the same. So this is very useful because you don't have to keep on like writing stuff in Python, writing new variables and increasing space and all of that stuff for this. So over here in this, we first did thing is equal to hello world, and then we did thing is equal to 12. So within the same program we changed the type of thing twice. But Python, what Python will do at every stage is that whatever is the latest value of thing, it will keep that in mind. So over here in the first case the latest value was string, so it will keep that in mind. Over here the latest value was an int, so it will keep that in mind and print an int. So this is called dynamic typing. That is, the data type is changed in the same program. Languages like C++ and Java, static typing check occurs. These are statically typed. However, typecasting, dynamic typing is allowed in such languages. You can change the data type later on in the form of another variable in C++, Java, but mostly static typing approach is supported in these languages. You have to specify which variable type you are using in order to uh, in order to use that variable ahead in other languages. But in Python, you don't have to do that. Uh, yeah, I'll stop here. Also, there is one point I had to clarify. I think at the start of the lecture, I said something about compilers and interpreters, how Python checks things line by line. I think I kind of need to confirm that part too. In for most of the part, Python checks code line by line, but I am still confused about it. So I think I'll clarify that tomorrow. Um is there any doubt from your side right now? Anyone, any kind of doubt? Any kind? What do you expect me to do in? Sorry, day after tomorrow. I'm sorry, day after tomorrow's lecture. Is there any part you guys? Do you think if I'm going way too fast, way too slow? Any kind of feedback you would like to give me, I would appreciate that a lot. I am here to make sure that you guys understand things. So please feel free to ask me. Okay, then I guess for today we'll conclude it over here. See you guys on Friday. I hope today's session was nice for you guys, and I tried my best. But if there is anything to change, do let me know. Yes, someone has a hand raised. Are you speaking? I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just had one small request that so when you give us examples, could you please like just show us in the interpreter or run some small code and show us or something like that?
Yeah, sure, that works. I'll do that from the next
Like
lecture.
that would be good for us to understand.
Okay, yes, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thanks for the feedback, Oscar. By the way, his TA for Python. Okay,
Oh, okay.
fine.
I
कर क्या रहे हो तुम यहाँ पे? हैं?
मैं देख रहा था फाइनल का सेशन चल रहा था तो मैं आ गया आई जस्ट
अरे,
थॉट आई
I
जस्ट
nice.
जॉइन आउट
okay. I hope that I have not given any wrong information over here.
no, not at all, not at all. Everything was very well, and
Okay.
so yeah, just a small recommendation that when you give them examples now, so you could just keep a Python interpreter on the right side of the screen and the notes on the left side, and uh, see, for example, yeah, Google Colab is also another thing. So yeah,
I usually do stuff on the CodeChef compiler, so
yeah.
that is one
So
thing.
that would be best for students out as well.
Okay, okay, great. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, get going, keep it up.
Okay, I was pretty scared that I would be giving off wrong info to people, so I think I kind of got a green light over here.
Yeah, also don't be afraid to just go ahead and search on Google, right? Because the main point of teaching is to make the other person understand, right?
Yeah.
So even in the TA sessions, I am not afraid to search on the Google.
Okay.
If I'm ever stuck, that happens. Okay, even as a TA, that happens. So yeah, I just go ahead and search on Google.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so thanks, Kaustav, again, right? And thanks, Isha, as well. Uh, for taking up the session, right? It was really
Yeah.
nice session, as students are saying. Again, I just like gone through the group as well, and some of them are did a DM to me as well. That again, it was a nice session overall, right? So thanks a lot to you. Thanks for your time. To all the students who have stayed till now and they came early, right? I'll say, guys, thanks a lot, and सबके आएंगे as grade. आशीर्वाद.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, again, nice there, right? You all have like I was in some other meet and I was like, dude, let's see what is happening in the group, and I mean G meet. Okay, and I just saw that you all guys are like writing something and you're replying to what Isha is saying or asking, right? So it was really nice that the engagement was there, right? Although I wasn't able to hear you guys or like see what was going on, but still it was really nice to see. We really hope to see you in the next meet, which is on a day after tomorrow on Friday, right? Okay, so with this, let's end this session. And Isha, if you have something to say, you can, and I'll stop the recording, and then we can wrap up.
Yeah, I think that's it. I just really hope that everyone speaks up more. Someone has a hand raised.
Yeah, thank you for this helpful session. And I hope you can finish the syllabus within the festival.
Yeah, even I really hope the same. I'm just a bit really busy with my offline college as well, so I'll try my best.
Thank you, man. You
Yeah,
deserve it.
thank you.
Any ending note, Isha? Then I will stop the recording. Actually,
Uh, yeah, I think that's it.
okay, okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great night. Tata.
Bye
Mm.
bye. Thank